Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Zendesk user from Facebook Lead Ads lead. So let's suppose I am a customer support manager and I am receiving all my leads with the help of Facebook Lead Ads. Now I want that whenever I receive a new lead, a user should be automatically created in my Zendesk account. Doing this manually will be a very time consuming task, so I am completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Facebook Lead Ads and Zendesk. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I will receive new lead in my Facebook Lead Ads, a user will be automatically created in my Zendesk account. Now if you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Zendesk user from Facebook Lead Ads lead. For this, we are going to create automation between Zendesk and Facebook Lead Ads lead with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect/inr/ in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to a Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, you simply have to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to create Zendesk user from Facebook Lead Ads lead. And now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and here I am going to select this Facebook lead automations and then click on create. Now here, as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create Zendesk user from Facebook Lead Ads lead, which means whenever I will receive new lead in my Facebook Lead Ads, a user will be created in my Zendesk account, which means whenever a lead will be received in my Facebook Lead Ads, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So when I receive new lead in my Facebook Lead Ads and then action says do this, then create Zendesk user. So here in my trigger application, I'm going to take Facebook Lead Ads. And then in my trigger event, I am going to take this new lead instant. Now I have to click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, click on the save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection and then click on this connect with Facebook Lead Ads. Here I have already logged in my Facebook account, and that's why I'm going to continue with this account, and it is always advisable to keep your applications logged in for the easy authorization. And here authorization successful, which means Facebook Lead Ads is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I need to enter these details, which is page and the lead gen form. So to get this page, let me open my Facebook account. So this is my Facebook account, and this is the particular page by the name Tech Tribe, and I'm going to run all my advertisements with the help of this page. So I'm going to select this page in my Pabbly Connect workflow. In this drop down, I can find all the pages that have been created. The name of my page was Tech Tribe, so I have selected that. Next, after selecting my page, I have to select the lead gen form. So to get this lead gen form, in this drop down, I can find that one form which has been created under this page. And to get this lead gen form, I have to enter Lead Ads testing tool, which is under Meta for Developers. So let me open my Meta for Developers. So this is the app dashboard of Meta for Developers. You can visit this by typing developers.facebook.com. Now on the top, where you can see all these options, you have to click on this resources, and then you have to click on this developer tools. Now if I scroll down, I can see this Lead Ads RTO debug tool. I will open this, and then under this Lead Ads testing tool, I have to enter the page and the form. In this drop down, I can find all the pages. The name of the page was Tech Tribe. And then in this drop down, I can find the form which is created under this page. And this form has all these fields: first name, last name, email, and phone. So I'm going to select this. Now I will go back to my Pabbly Connect and select my form as lead form. If you have more forms and you want to capture the leads from all of those forms, you can select this all legion form. If you specifically want to receive the lead from a specific form, then I'm going to select this as lead form. Now after entering the page and the legion form, we have to click on the save and send test request. And then we can see that it has changed to this waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Now this means, so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission, for which I am going to submit the form in my lead ads testing tool. And after the form submission has been done, all the details should be captured here in this workflow. And then this will show us that the connection setup that we have created between Pabbly Connect and Facebook lead ads, that is successful. So here I am going to open my lead ads testing tool, and to submit the form I have to click on this preview form button. But before doing that, I have to first make sure that I delete the lead, and then I have to refresh this page once. And then again I have to select my page as Tech Tribe and the form as lead form, and then I have to click on this preview form. So here I have entered my first name as current, last name as lead, email address is current2598@pabblytudes.com, and this is my phone number. And now I'm going to click on this continue, and then I'm going to click on this submit. Here I've successfully done this form submission, and the details should be captured in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So let's open my Pabbly Connect, and here I can see that I've instantly captured the response. I have received the first name that I have entered and all the other details that I've just entered. The first name was current, last name was lead, email address was current2598@pabblytudes.com, and the phone number as this. Now here, as soon as I've done this form submission, I have received that response here in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup that we have created between Pabbly Connect and Facebook lead ads, that is successful. And now whenever there will be form submission, I will start receiving that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I receive new lead in my Facebook lead ads, I want to create Zendesk user. So then in my action application, I am going to take Zendesk. And then in my action event, as I have to create a user, I am going to select this as create user and then click on this connect. Now if you have an existing connection, click on the save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter all of these details. So reading the help desk, we are going to enter these details. And to enter this, we have to open our Zendesk account. As I've already logged in my Zendesk account, I am first going to enter the subdomain. It is written enter subdomain here, example this, from your Zendesk URL this. So let me open my Zendesk account. So this is my Zendesk account. On the top where I can see my URL, I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to paste that over here. Now here it's written that I just have to keep this as my subdomain and rest I have to remove this. So I'm going to remove this https/ and then I have to remove this .zendesk.com from here till the end. So this is my subdomain. Next, I need to enter the API token and the Zendesk username. So here it's written to enable the API token, go to Admin Center, Apps and Integration, APIs and Zendesk API, enable the token access option, and then click on the Add API token button to generate the new token. So let me open my Zendesk account. This is my Zendesk account. On the right hand side top corner, I can see these 4 boxes. I will open this and then I have to go to this Admin Center. Now from over here, I have to go to this Apps and Integration. And then I have to click on this APIs and then go to this Zendesk APIs. Now I'm going to click on this Add API token. And then I have to give the token description. So let's say the token description is new user. And then over here I'm provided with this API token which I'm going to copy. And then I have to click on this save. Now I'm going to paste that API token over here. Now I need to enter the Zendesk username. So here it's written that I have to enter the Zendesk username in this format. So I'm going to enter the email address and then I have to enter /token. So I've entered that. Now after entering all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save. So here Zendesk is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter all of these details. So the first one is that I have to enter the name. So to enter this name, I'm not going to enter this manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter data from my previous response. Now here I've received the response from my Facebook lead ads, and when I click on this name field, I can see this Facebook lead ads, and when I click on this, I can see all the response that I've received from there. Here the name was current lead, so I'm going to enter the first name, then put space, and then enter the last name, which is lead. Now I need to enter the email address. So the email address was current2598@pabblytudes.com. I have not received the response for any of these fields, and I do not want to enter any detail of the notes. So for now, I am going to skip this. If you want to enter, you can enter following the same process. Next, I need to enter the phone number. So the phone number that I have received in the response is this one. I have entered that. Now I do not require the tags. If you want to enter, follow the help desk given below this field. Now in the role, I want to select this as end or the user, and then the organization is already selected, which is one only. Then I do not have any external ID. I'll skip this, and then the verified, I'm going to select this as yes. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request. And here I can see that I have received the response, and this response is a positive one. Now I need to open my Zendesk account and check whether this user has been created there or not. So this is my Zendesk account. On the left hand side where I can see all these options, I am going to click on this contacts, and I am going to refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have created this current lead as a user in my Zendesk account. The name was current lead. Email address was current2598@pabblytudes.com. Now, so as to check this automation workflow one last time, I'm again going to do the form submission. But before doing that, I'm first going to delete the lead, and then I have to refresh the page once. And then again, I am going to select my page as tech tribe and the form as lead form, and then click on this preview form. Now here I am going to enter some other details. Let's say this time the name is latest, the last name is lead, the email address is latest48@pabblytudes.com, and then the phone number is this. Now I am going to click on this continue and then click on this submit. Here I have successfully done this form submission, and a user should be created in my Zendesk account. So let's open my Zendesk account and let's refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have created this latest lead as my user in Zendesk account. The email address that we added was latest48@pabblytudes.com. So this is how this automation workflow will run, and here we have successfully created automation between Facebook lead ads and Zendesk with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate